Hello and welcome back to English with Laura. I'm Laura.
And I'm Daniel. Hi, everyone.
Today we have something a little different for you, and I think you're really going to enjoy it.
Yes, this one is special. We have 300 English sentences for you to shadow and repeat.
That's right, from A1 all the way to B2, beginner to upper intermediate, all in one place.
And the idea is simple. You listen, you repeat, and you keep going.
Exactly. You don't need to understand every word perfectly. Just listen, follow along, and say the sentences out loud.
Speaking out loud is the important part, right?
It really is. That's how your speaking gets stronger, by actually doing it.
Okay, I'm ready.
Let's begin with A1, the beginner level. Short, simple, and very practical. A1 sentences are perfect for warming up. Listen first, then repeat.
Got it. Nice and easy to start.
My name is Laura.
My name is Laura.
I am from England.
I am from England.
I speak a little English.
I speak a little English.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
I am fine, thank you.
I'm fine, thank you.
You're doing well. Let's keep going.
These feel good, short, and clear.
That's what A1 is. Simple, useful, and easy to remember. A few more. This is my bag.
This is my bag.
I like coffee.
I like coffee.
She is my friend.
She is my friend.
We live in a small house.
We live in a small house.
I don't understand. Can you say that again?
I don't understand. Can you say that again?
That last one is so useful.
Really practical. Even I still say that sometimes.
Everyone does. Okay, let's move to A2. The sentences get a little longer, but still very comfortable.
A2. I'm listening.
A2 sentences use more everyday detail. Listen and repeat. I usually have breakfast at 7 o'clock.
I usually have breakfast at 7 o'clock.
She works in a hospital near the city.
She works in a hospital near the city.
We went to the market on Saturday morning.
We went to the market on Saturday morning.
I'm looking for the bus stop. Can you help me?
I'm looking for the bus stop. Can you help me?
There's a small cafe just around the corner.
There's a small cafe just around the corner.
Nice work. A2 starts to feel more like real daily conversation.
Yes, I can imagine actually saying those.
That's exactly the goal. A few more. He didn't come to class yesterday.
He didn't come to class yesterday.
I need to buy some things before the weekend.
I need to buy some things before the weekend.
Could you speak more slowly, please?
Could you speak more slowly, please?
I've been learning English for about 6 months.
I've been learning English for about 6 months.
That last one is a great one to have ready.
Right, because people always ask how long you've been learning.
Exactly. Now let's move to B1, intermediate level. The sentences are longer and more expressive.
B1, getting more interesting now.
B1 is where English starts to feel more personal and more natural. Listen carefully. I find it easier to understand English when people speak slowly.
I find it easier to understand English when people speak slowly.
She was nervous at first, but she felt better after a few minutes.
She was nervous at first, but she felt better after a few minutes.
We decided to take a different route because of the traffic.
We decided to take a different route because of the traffic.
I think it's important to practice speaking every day, even for just 10 minutes.
I think it's important to practice speaking every day, even for just 10 minutes.
He asked me if I had ever been to London before.
He asked me if I had ever been to London before.
Good, you're keeping up really well.
These are longer, but they still feel natural.
That's the goal at B1, natural flow, not just correct grammar. A few more. I wasn't sure what to say, so I just smiled and nodded.
I wasn't sure what to say, so I just smiled and nodded.
By the time we arrived, the meeting had already started.
By the time we arrived, the meeting had already started.
She mentioned that she was thinking about moving to a new city.
She mentioned that she was thinking about moving to a new city.
If you don't know a word, try explaining it in a different way.
If you don't know a word, try explaining it in a different way.
That last one is a real speaking strategy, not just a sentence.
I like that. It's advice and practice at the same time.
Exactly. And now our final level today, B2, upper intermediate. This is where English really starts to open up.
B2. All right, I can feel the level going up.
B2 sentences have more complexity, but they still feel like real speech. Listen carefully and follow. Although I had prepared carefully, I still felt a little nervous when I walked in.
Although I had prepared carefully, I still felt a little nervous when I walked in.
The report suggested that there had been a significant increase in demand over the past year.
The report suggested that there had been a significant increase in demand over the past year.
I'd rather wait until I have more information before making a final decision.
I'd rather wait until I have more information before making a final decision.
It wasn't until she explained her reasoning that I really understood her point.
It wasn't until she explained her reasoning that I really understood her point.
He seems to have a natural ability to make people feel at ease in difficult situations.
He seems to have a natural ability to make people feel at ease in difficult situations.
These are more complex, but I'm still with you, just about.
Good, let's keep the momentum going.
The more you expose yourself to natural English, the faster your fluency develops.
The more you expose yourself to natural English, the faster your fluency develops.
She pointed out that the original plan hadn't accounted for the delay in delivery.
She pointed out that the original plan hadn't accounted for the delay in delivery.
I find that keeping a vocabulary journal helps me retain new words much more effectively.
I find that keeping a vocabulary journal helps me retain new words much more effectively.
Having lived abroad for several years, she had a very different perspective on the issue.
Having lived abroad for several years, she had a very different perspective on the issue.
Well done. Those are strong B2 sentences, and you followed every one.
I notice the rhythm changes at this level. It feels more considered somehow.
That's a great observation. B2 speech has more weight behind it, and that's where we finish today.
That's from "My name is Laura" all the way to that. That really is a journey.
It really is, and you made it through the whole thing. Let's take a moment to talk about what you just practiced.
Yes, because it genuinely felt different at each level.
That's because it was different. At A1, the sentences were short and direct, one idea at a time. Subject, verb, done.
And at A2, they got a bit longer, more everyday detail.
Exactly. A2 starts to sound like real life, things you'd actually say or hear on any normal day. Then at B1, the sentences became more personal and more expressive. They describe feelings, situations, and decisions, not just objects.
B2 felt more sophisticated. The structures were more layered.
Yes, B2 introduces things like reported speech, conditional thinking, and more precise ideas. The sentences still feel natural, but they carry more meaning.
So each level builds on the one before it.
Exactly, and that's what shadowing does too. You're not just repeating words, you're absorbing rhythm, structure, and confidence at every level.
I didn't think of it that way, but it makes sense.
Every sentence you said out loud today is one more step forward, even the hard ones. Let's highlight some of the most useful phrases from today.
There were so many good ones. Where do we start?
Let's start simple. I speak a little English. This one is perfect for real situations. It's honest and it keeps the conversation going.
That one is reassuring to say. It sets expectations without shutting anything down.
Exactly. Next, could you speak more slowly, please? A2 level, but useful at every level.
Still one of my favorites. Polite, clear, and everyone understands it.
And it's kind to the other person, too. Moving up, I find it easier to understand English when people speak slowly. That's B1. It gives more context than just asking.
It explains your situation rather than just making a request. That feels more natural.
Here's a strong B2 phrase. I'd rather wait until I have more information before making a final decision. Sounds thoughtful and confident.
That one works really well in a work or study situation.
And this one from B2, the more you expose yourself to natural English, the faster your fluency develops. This is a great structure to learn. The more, the faster. You can use it in so many ways.
Oh, I like that. The more I practice, the more comfortable I feel.
Exactly like that. These phrases show how English grows with you, simple and direct at the start, more layered and precise as you move up. Now let's practice together. I'll give you the cue. You say the sentence out loud. Ready?
Ready?
Start simple. Introduce yourself. Say, "My name is," and add your name.
My name is Daniel.
Perfect. Now add where you're from. I am from.
I am from Brazil.
Great. Now ask for help. I'm looking for. Can you help me?
I'm looking for the train station. Can you help me?
Excellent. Now you need more time. Ask, could you speak more slowly, please?
Could you speak more slowly, please?
Good. Now give some context. I find it easier to understand when.
I find it easier to understand when people speak slowly.
Wonderful. Now describe a decision. Try, I'd rather wait until.
I'd rather wait until I have more information.
Excellent. And finally, stretch to B2. Try, the more I practice.
The more I practice, the more confident I feel.
That's a perfect B2 sentence, and you made it your own.
That felt natural, like I was actually saying something real.
That's exactly what we want. You just moved from A1 all the way to B2 in one connected sequence.
And it all felt connected, one level leading into the next.
That's how language grows. Now let's shadow. I'll give you a short connected speech. Listen first, then repeat the whole thing. My name is Laura. I speak a little English, but I'm getting better every day. Could you speak more slowly, please? I find it much easier to follow when the pace is calm and clear. I'd rather take my time and understand than rush and feel lost. Now your turn. Shadow the whole thing, listen again, then say it out loud. Nice and calm. And here's Daniel's version, a little shorter. Listen, then shadow.
I'm Daniel. English isn't easy for me, but I practice every day. When I don't understand, I ask. When I feel nervous, I keep going. That's how I'm getting better.
Shadow Daniel's version too. It's short, but it has real rhythm and real feeling. Well done! You just shadowed connected English speech, from beginner to upper intermediate, in one smooth flow. And that's part 1 of our 300-sentence shadowing practice. Well done for making it all the way through.
That was genuinely satisfying. Hard in places, but satisfying.
You practiced sentences from A1 all the way to B2, and the most important thing, you spoke out loud.
That's the whole point of shadowing, not just listening, speaking.
Every sentence you said today is a small step forward, and those steps add up more than you think.
I feel like I could go again already.
That's the best sign. Keep practicing. You're doing better than you think. Before you go, we'd love to hear from you. Which level feels most comfortable for you right now? A1, A2, B1, or B2? Let us know in the comments.
And if a sentence surprised you or stayed with you, share it. We'd love to see which one stood out.
If this helped you, please like the video and subscribe. Part 2 is coming with 300 more sentences.
You won't want to miss it.
Thank you so much for practicing with us today. Keep going. You're doing great.
See you next time.
Bye for now.